In today's video, we're using the Pit Boss to smoke a turkey. Hey, this is Ricer from Dead Broke Barbecue, Wisconsin, and welcome back to the channel. But if you're new here, we try to help you enhance and amplify your backyard barbecue fun. In today's video, we're on the Pit Boss and we're gonna smoke up a turkey. Now, when you're gonna smoke a turkey, you gotta prep that it's gonna take some time to do it. Give yourself about 5 days. You're gonna wanna thaw it, you're gonna wanna brine it, you're gonna wanna let it rest in the fridge for about 8 hours if you can, just to air dry, and then you're gonna smoke it. So grab that tomahawk and that pilgrim hat, Phil. We're gonna smoke a turkey. Now it's almost Thanksgiving and I thought this was a perfect time to go ahead and smoke up a turkey on the Pit Boss 1100 Pro Series. Now you can do a quick thaw in the sink using some cold water. It takes about 8 hours, but I bought this turkey 4 days ago and I have plenty of time to let this turkey thaw just the natural way in the refrigerator. Now last night I went ahead and made up a brine for this turkey. I used 1.5 cups of kosher salt, 1 cup of brown sugar, about 2 tablespoons or maybe 2.5 tablespoons of peppercorn, 1/4 cup of Heath Riles garlic and jalapeno rub, 1/4 cup of Cosmos Q's honey chipotle killer bees rub, 1 cup of real Wisconsin maple syrup, and for the last ingredient, I got this from a guy who's nicknamed Kmart. It's a dark Russian honey, kind of almost like a real amber color if you can see on the film. I don't know what dark Russian honey bees do, or what they look like, but that's what he told me. So I thought, hey, let's put it in the brine. Let's give it a shot. Thanks, Kmart. We'll see how it works out. Tastes pretty good. It's just a little bit richer in flavor than your normal store-bought honey. Now let's get to the actual brining process of this 12-pound turkey. I bought myself a bunch of these big Ziploc bags. We're gonna go ahead, put the turkey in the Ziploc bag, and then I have a 5-gallon food safe pail that a friend of mine owns a bar. And I said, hey, you got any pails? He goes, yeah, I got a kosher pickle one. The first thing I'm gonna do is just go ahead and put the turkey inside this Ziploc bag. Then I'm just gonna put the turkey right inside the pail, spread out the bag, so we can go ahead and dump in our brine. We're gonna add more water to this because we want this turkey completely submerged in our delicious brine that we wanna soak for 24 hours. All right, so we got our brine. Get all the deliciousness that's in the bottom of it a little bit. Peppercorn, a little bit of seasoning. Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and add more water. So then we'll just take the Ziploc bag, get all the air out of it that we can, spin it around. And I just take a zip tie and go ahead and get her tight with that. Get her spun. There we go. That's nice and tight. Now go ahead and squish her down, put on the lid. Now we'll go ahead and take this 5-gallon pail and put it right back in the refrigerator, and we'll see you in 24 hours. Now we're not actually making like a barbecued turkey, we're just smoking it. I got this in the mail from Dan from Sucklebusters with the help of grill grates. Now I haven't opened it yet, so I'm hoping that there's something inside here that we can use on the outside of the turkey. Let's open her up. Rip here, I guess. Little display case. Should have maybe cheated before I started filming, loosen up the perforation a little bit. Hey, this is working pretty slick. All right. Comes right off like that, I guess. So let's see what we got. Some Texas pecan barbecue rub. That'd go really good on the outside of that turkey. Some 1836 beef rub. Sounds good for some brisket. Their award-winning competition barbecued rub. SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. Chicken rub. Chicken rub might go good on the outside of that. And some hog waller pork and rib rub. Cool. I think what we're gonna use is the SPG for just a little base layer on that turkey and the Texas pecan barbecue rub. That'll give it some good color and a little extra flavor. Thanks, Dan from Sucklebusters. I appreciate it. I'm excited to try it out. And also a big thank you to Megan from Grill Grates for getting me in contact with Dan. Man, I'm gonna be set for a while with all these rubs. Even got this nice little box that I can put it in my cabinet. Keep it organized. Our turkey sat in that brine for 24 hours. We took it out, rinsed it off, and patted it dry. It's looking pretty good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and inject the breast just with some butter. That'll help us give a little bit more juice in that white meat. You don't have to be too fussy or anything. I like to get it a couple, 3-4 pokes into it, but just pump her up a little. Do the same on the other side. Right there. Now just go ahead and wipe her down, get that excess butter off a little bit. I'm gonna coat this turkey with a little bit of canola oil just so my seasonings stick. So just go ahead, spray it up a little bit, get underneath the leg, underneath the wings. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the SPG from Suckle Busters. This is a big, coarse, flaky rub. Smells pretty darn good. Smell that garlic in there. Get it on the side and flip it over and get a little bit on the back. Still a little wet from sitting here getting out of the brine, but yeah, it'll stick. We're gonna dump a little bit right in the cavity too. I'll give some flavor down in there. I'm not gonna stuff this turkey. I've stuffed enough turkeys in my life. Okay, and then we're gonna add this pecan rub for their color. Get a little bit in there too. I think that looks pretty decent. And we're also gonna tie up the legs so it keeps it a little bit more compact. A little better for even cooking and presentation too. This turkey is injected and seasoned up. Let's head out and put it under some smoke on the Pit Boss. Well, obviously we got some snow last night. We might have to run this a little bit longer than it typically does. Usually I get a turkey done on the Pit Boss in about 2 hours, about a 10 to 12 pound turkey. Doesn't take that long. First step, I'm gonna go ahead and heat this up to 300 degrees. Okay, so what we're gonna do, power on the Pit Boss, and we'll turn it right to 300 right away. Now I always leave the lid open when I first start the Pit Boss because the first initial part of the burn, it's kind of white and smoky, kind of building up, but as it starts cooking, it starts turning blue. So the first couple minutes, I just leave it open. Let the neighbors smell some of that smoke. They'll be hungry, but you gotta lock the doors after you're done cooking or they're gonna be all knocking because they'll just trample right in. You'll be out of food in a hurry. This is what I'm talking about. I want this to start building some heat first. Let that crappy smoke escape. Because nobody really wants this on the outside of their food, do they? Now once you start hearing that jet noise starting to take over, then you know you're getting close to where you can close up the lid. And the smoke will start to dissipate a little bit too. Kind of sounds like an afterburner. Okay, she's burning pretty clean now. We'll close up the lid. Now I'm gonna let the Pit Boss get up to about 300 degrees and then we'll go ahead and clean off the grates. Now I am cooking the turkey on a rack. Turkeys are fussy. They don't like to mix with pigs or beef. So I always make sure that I got the grates nice and clean when I'm putting turkey or chicken's kind of fussy too on there. Okay, so the Pit Boss is over 300 degrees. Let's go ahead and clean up the grates. Now the last time I used this, I sprayed off the heat deflector with some canola oil. That's pretty good. And again, I'm using a regular cooking rack underneath that turkey. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll put this turkey in. I'm actually gonna put them right on the front, right there, and then we'll go ahead and rotate it in about 45 minutes. Stick our probe through, and I'm gonna get it in the thickest part of the breast, right, and about there. Now we'll go ahead and close up the lid and set a timer for 45 minutes. And then after the timer goes off, we're gonna go ahead and coat it with some cooking spray again. When you're smoking turkey, you're never gonna get really crispy skin. It's not like when you fry it. It always helps if you put a little bit of this on the outside. Now, after I seasoned the turkey, I did let it sit in the refrigerator uncovered for about an hour and a half while I was getting things set up outside. I had to shovel the snow. Too early for this crap. Oh, my back. Okay, so our 45-minute timer went off. We're gonna go ahead and rotate it 180 degrees, and then we're gonna give it a coat of cooking oil. Okay, before we rotate it, go ahead and get this side with just a little bit. And this is gonna be hot, so be careful. Take your time, rotate it, get it right about there. Now we'll go ahead, spray this side down a little bit, close up the lid. Hopefully you can see this, but we're running about 102 degrees in that breast. Now we'll go ahead and set a timer for another 45 minutes. And we'll come back and check it. We might rotate it just 90 degrees this time. We'll see how it's doing because we don't want it to get too dark. We kind of want that golden brown. Hopefully that skin will start tightening up a little bit. See you in another 45 minutes. Okay, so our 45-minute timer went off. Let's go ahead and check this out. Okay, she's starting to get kind of golden brown. Looks like I'm gonna rotate it because that backside is most definitely starting to brown up, a little darker than we want. But this time I'm putting on my grill grate gloves. That little rack gets hot. If you don't have a set of these, pick up a pair, you know? It's actually not that bad on this side either. I think we'll just leave it this way for right now to finish it off. Okay, now I'm gonna take out my ThermalWorks thermal pen and just check the temperatures. On the probe on the Pit Boss, it says it's about 150 degrees on the breast. Let's check it out. We'll try it on this side right here. Yeah, 149. Better check that back dark meat, just see how she is. Yeah, about 162. All right, we're getting close. Check this skin. Yeah, It's stiffening a little bit. Now we're gonna go ahead and set a timer for 15 minutes and we'll see how close we are. When you're doing a turkey on a smoker, typically you're not gonna get that real crispy skin like you do when you deep fry it. But hey, we're trying, right? As long as it's not like real rubbery, we're all right. Now this is the third turkey that I've cooked on the Pit Boss. The first time I had the breast meat on the left side and then rotated it over to the right, and my temperatures on the dark meat and the white meat were even. The last two times I've started with the breast meat or the white meat on the left side of the fire pot and then rotated it to the right, and that, for whatever reason, gave me a 10-degree difference in our meats. We want our white meat at 165 degrees and our dark meat at 175. I think because every time I've run the Pit Boss, the left side of the pit is always a little bit cooler. And this way, by the end of the cook, you put the white meat over there, that dark meat right above the fire pot. And I think that's the reason why I'm getting the 10-degree difference in the meats, which we want. I might be right, might be wrong. If you know, leave a comment below. Or if you tried it and it worked, let me know that too. I appreciate comments and I try to answer every single one of them. These grill grate gloves are awesome. They got the Sure Grip rubber strips on them, easier to hold your beer. And slide out of your hands. My other cotton gloves, capiche. Beer 30 somewhere. 15 minutes are up. Let's go ahead and check out our temperatures. Our probe says it's 167, so I think we're right there. All right, let's see what we got here. 164, try it right here. 167. Let's say it's done. Check our dark meat. Yep, 174, pretty close. We're gonna let it rest. This baby's done. All right, so we're gonna get it off, get it on our cutting board, pull our probe out. Might as well shut off the Pit Boss. And on this model, you just simply turn it off. Now it will sit and run for a little bit. It cools down naturally. All right, here it is, the turkey's done. We're gonna give it about a 20-25 minute rest, then we'll cut into it. Okay, so our turkey is rested for 20 minutes. Let's slice into it, see how it turned out. When you're slicing a turkey, you always kind of wanna cut down on the breast. I'll get a piece off. Let's see. See the juice running out of it, that's for sure. Nice and moist. Still pretty hot. Cut this off. Perfect. I don't know if you can even see it on there, but there's some serious juice running in this. Little mopping sauce right here. Now, if you use this recipe, I'm pretty positive you're gonna have a lot of success. So give it a try. I think you'll like it. In fact, I know you'll like it. Just make sure you get around a 12-pound turkey and you do that rotation that I did, and you'll have a lot of success. So you get the breast meat and the dark meat finishing at the same time. I'm gonna tell you, that's a great seasoning combo. Try it out and let me know in the comments below if you like it. Feedback's always good, right? Now that turkey turned out awesome, and I want to thank Dan from Sucklebusters again for sending me that great little gift pack. I can't wait till I can try the rest of those rubs. This pecan rub on that turkey was phenomenal. Good job, and thank you very much. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and become a subscriber. Turn on that notification bell, because the way YouTube is running, small little creators like myself get skipped over by the big guys. So turn on that notification for everything, because you don't want to miss my next video. We appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one. I think a good wet night. You can tell I haven't done this for so long. Everything that you do, you have to go very slow with everything that you do, okay? You can just bring me that camera and I'll hang on to it. I'm not gonna squeeze it because it's a turkey breast. I don't wanna get in trouble. Air dry a little bit.